Yeah.
First is how we start the machine and switch off, and generally maintenance. I want to hear the network tell you how to print.
Okay.
And if you want to start the machine, this is a button to push.
Okay.
It will on, and of course make sure the back, the switch is also on, and the emergency switch that will be pressed down.
Okay. Yeah.
We can open here. You can see it's starting is a sequence of first trying moving away, because he want to know it's able to move.
Yes.
If it's any jam, it will pause, it will stop actually, and the red light will on, and you will see some kind of error message.
Okay.
So make sure nothing is actually here.
Yes. Okay.
It will have some sequence of the automatic cleaning,
Okay.
and with the ink will go down to this with ink bottle.
Yes.
You do not really need to clean this because the ink inside will dry.
Okay. Okay.
So it will never fill up. By my experience, I never saw anybody fill it up because ink will dry inside. So this is automatic cleaning process. It will first pour some ink, and then it will wipe the head.
Okay.
Yes.
So does that on its own head?
Let's come with this buttons. This is to lift up this roller. When we open this one, you can see this is a roller. You can press, it will lift up. Now this is ready to move.
Yeah.
And of course, when you load it, actually we suggest use two people. One people if you come to the back. Careful the wire. You put the roller like this.
Yes.
Okay. And the first guy is to hold it.
Okay.
Okay. Then the another guy, or lady, is to pull this and make sure it's be straight.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
then you press down the pinch rollers.
Okay.
Okay.
Straight in.
So it won't move, and you moving back and forth, it will be always straight. Will you just come this side, please?
Sorry, I'm just writing.
Careful the wires. This tool is to press down the medium, but if you roll it back,
Yeah.
then actually it's pulling it. You do not need that.
Okay.
Okay. And another thing is, if you finish it every day, actually we suggest is you losing this, roll it back.
Okay.
Like this is already printed, so you can actually can cut it off.
Yes.
Because if you leave it on the table, you can see it's starting to wobble.
Okay.
Yeah, because they absorb moisture and all these things.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. And then this is beside. Let me close this. Then come this side, we have the internal heating.
Okay.
Internal heating is built in the table. Have 3-level heating.
Okay.
Preheating in the back, and the printing table heating, and after heating.
Okay.
The preheating and preheating is basically we suggest is 35 degree. I already set it for you.
35.
They controlled by the one button. The front we suggest 55 degree. I
Okay.
already set it. And you only need to, of course, if you do not worry about the electricity cost, you can switch on it all the time.
Yeah.
But generally speaking, you switch it off while not printing.
Okay.
And like 1 minute, 2 minutes before you print, switch on
Switch on.
to save the electricity.
Okay.
Okay. And this is current temperature. You can see it's starting to rise
Yes, yeah.
and quite quickly. You can feel it's starting to warm. This bag will be warm. This bag will be hot. 55 is considered hot now.
Yes.
And this temperature is suitable for most material out there.
Okay.
But if some material, when you buy them, they tell you some special specifications.
Okay.
You follow that. And if you follow that, this is how you set the temperature.
Okay.
Very simple actually, do not need to pay much attention. Press S, press S, hold a little bit, it's become temperature. So up, down, then for
Okay.
example 36, 37, press S again, it's become 37. Otherwise we change it back.
Okay.
So
So the bottom one is for this, hey?
I think the top one is for this.
Oh, okay.
It's already 46 now.
Yes. Okay. And you said
Yeah.
yesterday. Okay.
Yeah, and our next model actually with the level. So
Okay.
and so this machine, come let me show you something about the ink itself. This is bulking system, so you only need to refill the ink from the top. And a good advice, because sometimes people mistake with the color,
Yes.
especially the cyan and the black.
Okay.
When it's filled, you can see it looks quite similar.
Yes.
So you take one type of fill one. Do not
Okay.
take all of them.
Yes.
Otherwise, people make a mistake. We
Okay.
saw it before.
One at a time.
Yes.
Okay.
And you can fill this into very full. Doesn't matter as long as
Yes.
it's not come out.
Okay.
But make sure it's not dry, not empty. At least some visibly you can see the ink.
Yes.
If it's dry, the tubing will dry, everything will dry. When it's dry, you have to actually change it. Lots of work.
Yes.
And then when you put the ink, if it's 1 liter bottle, you can put directly 5 liter. We actually have a funnel in the toolbox.
Oh,
You can
okay.
use it.
Okay.
You can use any funnel if you misplace that one. And when you close it, make sure it's closed.
Mm-hmm.
Then come back about half circle.
Absolutely.
Basically, it's to make sure the air able to go inside.
Okay.
Because if this is airtight,
Yes.
the ink won't go down.
Okay. Yeah.
So don't tight it too much.
Okay.
It's basically to prevent the dust to the ink.
Okay.
And the ink will flow down to this cartridge.
Yes.
And this is to adjust the ink level. But now actually you can see it's fine. In the middle, a little above middle is good.
Mm.
And if one is too high,
Yes.
actually we need to adjust lower. But when every kind of adjustment,
Yes.
you need to wait to become effective.
Okay.
Because if you adjust higher, the ink need to flow down, take time.
Yes.
If you adjust lower, actually ink need to be used, it even take a longer time.
Okay.
But if it's not even,
Mm-hmm.
if it's not even, for example, this one is too high,
Mm.
actually creating the pressure, they sometimes causing backflow.
Okay.
But the solution is you just use manually pump the ink out,
Okay.
then it will be okay.
How do you pump the ink out?
That's the part I'm
Okay.
gonna tell you now. Basically, this one I believe very simple. Is you losing this, you got to move.
Back and forth. Okay.
Yeah, for put the media in whatever position you want.
Yes.
We suggest put on near this side because printing speed will be faster.
Okay.
And also underneath here, if you later check a different video, it's covered by this. Have a sensor to detect if there is a paper.
Okay.
Normally called medium detection. If it's the default that function is up, it means if paper run out, the machine will stop.
Okay.
So you do not have chance to print on the table itself.
Yes. That's
And
awesome.
but the two things is if you put the medium out of that sensor, so it's
Yes.
of course it won't work.
Okay.
And if you print in some black media like that one, for
Yeah.
example, the back is black,
Yes.
so you cannot you cannot detect it as well.
Okay.
Cannot. So the two way. One is of course you can use masking tape to cover that,
Yeah.
or you can disable that function in the paneling in the
Okay.
control. Okay, later I'm going to show you that. So let's come. Oh, by the way, for this, they have the two power supply.
Okay.
If I'm not remember wrong, the bottom one, yeah, you see the bottom one with a surge protection plug.
Okay.
This one is to feed in the power for the machine itself,
Okay.
and the top one is for internal heating.
Okay.
And so if you want to put a UPS or something,
Yes.
you only need to put down for the
Okay.
internal heating. It doesn't matter. So the front have some extra accessory. And now you can feel it's quite hot. You can switch on to save the electricity. And it should dry already.
Yeah.
But sometimes if you want to roll it back,
Yes.
you want it to be very dry.
Yes.
Because when you feel it's dry, but if you roll it, it's tight. When you want to loosen it, you feel it's actually stick together.
Yes.
So that's why this two dryer for.
Okay.
The first one you can see inside it's a light. It's like a heater.
Yes.
So this is to dry it. Generally you can put on 70, 80 degree.
Okay.
And you cannot really over 100. So maximum is 100.
Okay.
And it will be very hot. And because the hot, the medium becomes soft.
Yes.
So you do
and
not
then
want to roll
stretches.
it back. So actually down you have a fan to cool it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, so
Makes
you
sense.
roll it. And actually we have customer turn it over as use a heater in the winter.
Nice.
Yeah, it's actually a very powerful one.
Yeah, I'm assuming so. If
Yeah.
it goes to
And
100.
this one is very easy to use. I just switch it on because now we don't have enough plug. So in the plug
Yeah.
switch on, you can turn the temperature here. This one only even more easier. Only have on or off, no other
Okay.
options. And you can change the angle of this by losing the knob a little bit. You can actually change the angle of this.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay.
So if you're printing something really, really long.
Yes, you need to roll it.
Okay. With this heater though, do you face it up or down when it's like really, really long?
Normally straight is fine.
Okay.
Because when it's really long, it goes down like that.
Yeah.
Then let me show you something about here. This actually is a core take-up device. You put this empty
Core in.
core in,
Okay.
like that, this side. Of course, just the position match what your feeding is.
Yes.
And because we currently do not have plug, it's have the direction. The bottom is roll this way, the top is roll that way.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can choose the roll the median, that the printed side inside or printed side outside when you're rolling.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, which is best? Probably inside, hey?
That doesn't matter. It totally depends on your favor. Oh, sorry about that.
Okay.
So that's the system. Now let's come back to this control.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, it's very simple. First, those 4 buttons.
Yes.
Currently, you can see it's ready. When it's ready, the yellow light is on. Yellow light means need attention.
Okay.
Why it's need attention? Because currently doing nothing. Doing nothing. That's why he want to do something.
Okay.
And when it's green, it means printing.
Okay.
It's in action mode. You do not worry about. He just doing its work.
Okay.
So if you see yellow light, it means it's finished. You should come back to do something.
Okay.
Okay. And the red light, it means something wrong.
Okay.
Okay. And so the panels, the top and bottom, you can simply just roll the medium with.
Okay.
And in the manual mode is to choose the item. You press the left button in the default. Normally what means default is means you press X button until it's not changing. Press the left button, it will come out.
Okay.
This will be the starting point of the printing. So it means if you have a medium, it's already been printed, or somehow you only want to print this section.
Yes.
The one way is to change starting point here, and in your software, offset is 0. Or you with your software, the offset is this much, and your starting point is here as well. Okay. So to change the starting point, to not change, of course, press cancel, press exit. To change, you just move, and then press OK. Okay. It's like the origin setting in the vinyl cutter. You have same. Okay. On the right button is a shortcut for maintenance button, maintenance menu. Okay. So press OK. You can see it goes to the menu. The second one is maintenance. It's same place. First is the setup. Setup all these settings I already in the yesterday's video.
Okay.
Generally, you do not need to change.
Okay.
But I just give you some idea of what each means. First setup, you have direction. You have the bi-direction printing or single direction printing.
Yes, bi-directions obviously is
much faster.
Okay.
And some people say some medium only can print one direction.
Okay.
But I never saw those things. So maybe it's true because I cannot prove it's false. And the second one is speed. For the EPSON printing head, support 2 speed, standard and high. Normally we use high. It will be faster. And soften. What means soften? Each printing is a stripe of the color.
Yes.
Then can move a certain distance. Then printing another stripe.
Yes.
So they need something overlap.
Yeah.
If we disable the soften to off, it means no overlap. But the first block of ink probably already dry. Then you put a second wet ink on it, so there have some noticeable edge in certain case.
Okay.
So normally we use a soften or low. It means you printing little bit extra. This side printing little bit extra overlap, so you won't see.
Yes, the difference, the banding.
Yeah, the banding. So you have different setting: low, middle, high.
Yes.
Generally, low is enough. Only use more is, for example, you printing some medium that dries very quick.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the print setting. Fan setup, what means fan? Okay. Underneath have a fan. The fan's purpose is not for cooling, it's actually to cool the medium down.
Okay.
So make sure it's flat. It's like a kind of vacuum.
Okay.
So you have different setting of the speed.
Okay.
Generally considered it's also noise level.
Yes.
But the most people use the strongest. You only need to change this is sometimes you saw the medium get tear apart,
Yes.
or the stick on table you cannot even pull. But also I never saw this kind of medium. Maybe it's very poorly made. So LCD contract is something I do not really need to explain. Auto clean. This is a function that says how many hours from it's doing nothing.
Okay.
Okay, automatically do cleaning.
Okay, that's awesome.
Yeah, generally it's off because if you print it, if
Yeah.
you not every day not, you can actually set it on like 3 hour or 8 hour level.
Yeah.
Normally on the Roland machine they have this function as well.
Yes.
They also do some automatic cleaning to keep the head wet.
Yes.
Okay. Generally we said it's do not necessary unless you do not really print a lot.
Yeah.
But if you do not print a lot while you buy a printer. So, but of course you need the machine on to be this functional.
Yes.
Okay. The next one is device address, is IP address. Generally you cannot change. Even if you want to change, you need their password.
Yes.
The function, the first is print clean. It means every time how many meters are printed, they come to clean a little bit. It's also a
Okay.
function we disable.
Okay.
Probably unless some medium with printing is backflash or consume too many things happens, we use that. But as I said, I never saw this kind of medium. On auto clean is a function that when they booted, when they started, it's do automatic cleaning. This one is on, so it's more easier to use. Of course, it's delayed the start time,
Yeah.
but you do not switch it off all the time. You just switch it off at night.
Yes.
Start at night. Okay. Unload ink setting is a kind of the window new ink to put in.
Okay.
But now we have bulk ink system ink always on, so there's
Yes.
no thing that's suddenly without ink. So do not worry about this.
Okay.
Okay. Now it's warm material. It's that I said that
Yes.
the sensor is somewhere here.
Yes.
So if you use a warm material, it's currently on.
Okay.
If you run out, it will stop, and red light will on. It will say, I forget actually, it says something about the medium or something. Okay, next time is station setup is in yesterday's video about the position of each place. Basically, it's physically being set once the machine being installed, so you do not need to change.
Okay.
Okay, that's all. Next one is maintenance and the setup menu. Nozzle test. Okay, this one is important. Maybe first load the video medium. You can do right click also goes to the nozzle test maintenance menu. Nozzle test is the process to print a testing stripe of
Yes.
all the nozzles situation.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
see if there's a misfire.
yes, so you can see it's currently like this one is being printed.
Yes.
So as long as all the color, all this being printed, even the color is wrong. As long as all this printed, actually it's all 8 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
It's based on the nozzles with the ink we yesterday put in. As long as everyone have color, even it's wrong color, the printing head is okay.
Okay.
Is because of something that squeeze ink wrong side or software or anything. If one block doesn't have color, this may be the cabling.
Okay.
But if it's working all the time, then probably it's blockage.
Okay.
Later I will tell you how. For example, like sometimes if I will feel nozzle get blocked,
Yes.
of course you can do cleaning,
Yes.
or when it's printing, it will unblock by itself actually.
Okay.
So like this is to test if the printing head is working. Then the
How often do I do that test?
you do not really need to do this test
Okay.
unless you cannot print. Suddenly when you see it's moving but nothing happens.
Okay.
You want to see if the printer is still working or software side, you can do that.
Okay.
Next one is called clean nozzle. Clean nozzle is a chain of the process of all the process below. So
Okay.
let's just go next one. Manual clean. Manual clean, if you click it, it will starting to pull the ink. Okay, let me just first quickly stop this. So we move this cover. Okay, move the head away. So first I move this cover. So you can see actually this is a cap. It should be dry because we just use a manual clean. That's why I have lots of ink on it.
Yes.
So let's just first press exit, let's go back. Let me have a little bit extra touch. So you can see the third one is called manual clean. And you can see the ink tubing is starting to put the ink down. And how you know it's worked? If there's a cover, you cannot see this. You can see from bottom here, the ink come down. You can see it's very easy to see it's very new ink. Okay. This actually is a cleaning process to use the ink to clean the head itself.
Okay.
So now the cap have lots of ink. You just saw that. It's lots of ink in the cap. If you have some blockage, what you can do is manually clean. You can wait a little bit because the ink itself is also solvent. So solvent can absorb another dried ink. So normally wait a little bit, like we say 5 minutes. Okay, now it's just shorter. So it will maybe remove this blockage. So once you put the ink will be everywhere. So it's like you're moving around away. You can see it's have lots of ink being dragged. That's why we always keep a toilet paper. It's very important. That's why every printer comes with a toilet paper. So next one is called wipe nozzle. It's also a chain of process. It's to put the ink down, but while the head move away a little bit. So it's not sealed. So the ink goes down from the cap. And also this wiper will popping up to wipe the head. So let's see how it works. You see him moving away and then put the ink. So the cap, you can see the cap will be dry, and also this wiper come out to wipe the head.
How often do I need to change the wiper?
When it's not wiping anymore. And then later I will say you can actually touch with the rubber. And that cap is also rubber. You can feel it. You know, rubber, they eventually become cracked or hardened. You can feel it. Now this is the wiping process. Okay. So almost finished. You can head will go back. So it still become sealed. When it's sealed, it won't dry. That's wipe. So let me start to print another nozzle test to see if the situation being improved. Now not much change. Actually, you can see the wiping, that's kind of process. Sometimes squeeze some ink from one color to another one. That's why I do not really overwash. You can actually a way is to printing something. Okay. Now let's go to the next one called flash. Flash is a process is to net the printer, like the printing function, just squeeze ink out. You cannot really hear anything. Maybe a little. I'm not sure if that is sound from me.
It sounds like a hungry person.
And then of course you were trying to pull this ink out. Most likely you're using only two functions. First is manual clean. Is to clean it. The second is wipe. Okay, you clean it and wipe. Clean and wipe. That's generally process. But later I will tell you when you see that it's not working anymore. Because this thing maybe will be misplaced in the location, or it will stop functional. The pumping maybe will dry. You know, that's why the maintenance coming from. Our next one is cap the head. It's actually moving to cap the head, if not in this position. Inking actually is a kind of the loading ink process. It's already have ink, so you don't need. So that's all. And then the third one in the manual is language. Don't change that.
Please don't.
The device manager, also the address of the device, and restore default. Also don't do that. Okay. So that is very simple and easy. So now we see some general maintenance. For example, the block a lot. We have a cleaning solution, like this clear bottle. Normally you can also buy at Falcon or Mazy. They call it like a flushing liquid, cleaning liquid. Either something solution or something liquid, and it's for eco solvent ink or for solvent ink. You ask for this. and it will have all kinds of smell. No matter what name they are, they
Smell the same.
smell should the same.
I have smelled it before.
I cannot open it. Can you open it? And then we get a syringe. You can see now have a syringe. This comes with the machine. You can
Okay.
buy one at the discount if you run out.
Okay.
Yeah, they about 10 rand, 5 rand, something like that.
Okay.
And do you have a scissor?
Scissors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Lots of scissors.
Yeah,
Somewhere.
So you can see you also got this clear tubing.
Yes.
Normally we use one, put it on the syringe. Have you opened it? I just poke a small hole, it's fine. Okay. So now you see this one is being opened with a small hole. No, don't. Here. Then you can just get some of this. Okay. Now let's see what general maintenance need. First, moving away of the head.
Okay.
Or if you power off, you can just put it by hand. This is the cap. What you can do is you can fill it with this liquid,
Okay.
then let it go back. So actually, this is much more powerful
Yes.
than the solution in the ink itself.
Okay. So it will
That's why
clean it
this
out.
can wipe it in.
Okay.
So now you also leave for like a few minutes.
Mhm.
It actually can absorb whatever ink dry out there.
Okay.
Okay. Now we just make a quick. Of course, you only need to wipe. Now you see we put some liquid in that cap.
Yes.
And if later you move the way the head, you found that liquid is still there.
Yes.
It means everything underneath here is not working.
Okay.
If you can hear the pump is pumping, it means somewhere is blocked,
Okay.
or somewhere is leaking, or
Okay.
something, the ink is not goes down. If you can see the liquid is disappeared, for example, you see if it's disappeared,
Yes.
but they not pulling the ink down,
Yes.
it means that cap not sealed on the head very well.
Okay.
Either the cap is very old or the position need to adjust. Let me print another roller test and see if the situation change. Not. Okay, it will do some cleaning. Normally need to wait for 5 minutes. That's must have a reason.
There's always a reason.
So you see now the liquid is gone.
Gone, yeah.
It means everything down there is working.
Okay.
So for generally cleaning, what you need to do is you need to squeeze this liquid.
Okay.
This liquid actually is not contact electricity. So even you squeeze on something, electricity is, do not worry about that. For example,
Okay.
this part. You can see this is actually you need electric magnet
Yes.
is working. So that's why when you squeeze on liquid on this one, do not worry about the damage the electricity part. Why we squeeze on this one?
Yeah.
Is because this one swipe the ink. So
Yes.
there are lots of ink on it. And the ink will dry. Then it will stuck.
Yeah.
That's
And
why
it'll
you need to put it on it and regularly and just make sure it's not stuck together. And
Okay.
also like this way of the moving everywhere is this way is station. You moving, it's push it will go up.
Okay.
This one actually have a pole, so when the machine goes here, it will push, then this one lift up. So that's why it's sealed.
Okay.
So you can see here is also if I have ink sometimes stuck.
yes.
But while you use this area become very messy, so you can regularly use this to clean it, just wipe it.
Okay.
And for the bottom of the head, you actually move this one to the most left hand side. You can move it towards the left hand side and wipe it in the bottom.
Yeah.
But when you wipe in the bottom, do not wipe that shiny space, that is Printhead. You
Yes.
wipe the surrounding area.
Okay.
Because no automatic cleaning will clean there.
Okay.
They only clean the head surface
Okay.
down there.
Okay. Cool.
When basically you just see. Just make sure nothing is right on the table all the time.
Yeah.
So, and this is a place called print sprout.
Okay.
So when it's printing, it will come every pass will squeeze some ink out there.
Okay.
So you also sometimes print down here a little bit. This do not need to use much. This is not expensive. Like this bottle, maybe 300, 400.
Okay.
And you only use a little, so 3 months or less can last. Why it sprout some ink all the time? Let's say you have a nozzle all hung in the air. If it's hung in the air, moving back and forth, it will dry, right?
Yeah.
So you do not printing all the color all the time.
Yes.
For example, this section only have yellow.
Yes.
Then it means other 3 colors have to go with the yellow together because they are on the one head.
Yes.
So it will starting to dry.
Yes.
That's why it's starting to print something to prevent that.
Okay.
This function can be disabled if you, but this use tiny amount of ink. Generally, we leave it. It won't affect any kinds of the performance.
Okay.
And so that is the position. Now let's see how we switch the machine off.
Okay.
Very simple, just switch it off.
Okay.
But once you switch it off, you leave for the day. You push this head a little bit more inside.
Okay.
Why? Because when it's on the side, it's probably not sealed. You can still push a little bit up. So no matter what the position is, you always try to push it most inside. So it's going to seal is better.
Okay.
If you want to leave for a holiday, over weekend or whatever, you squeeze some of this in the cap.
And you leave it there.
Yeah, then you close it. So this way will prevent it from drying.
Okay.
Because head blockage, that's most of the nightmare for all the people who have the printer. And regularly you just clean this area. Okay. As previously I said, if this cap, when you pump the wipe the head, if there is no liquid, means underneath is okay.
Yes.
So let's start 2 parts: how to deal with top, how to deal with bottom.
Okay.
Okay. The top is the cap. Let me have a cap to show you. This is a cap for EPSON DX5 DX7 or the same. It's actually this direction. This 2 pole normally called index. So when the head come here, shouldn't bump right. And how to adjust this? Have 2 screws can adjust.
Okay.
Basically, make sure this cap is sealed on the head.
Okay.
So, and also when the head come back, you can see from here they should have some distance, like 1 millimeter or 2.
Yes.
Otherwise, every time you scratch on the head, they actually drag some ink, messing up the medium. Okay. And for the height, later I tell you about adjusting the height, because the medium change, you can need to change the height.
Okay.
So this one can be replaced.
Okay.
You can feel this is a rubber
Yeah.
inside. They sometimes get damaged. You can physically even see have a dent.
Yes.
Then of course it's leaking there. Have to change it.
Okay.
Or using very old, because solvent ink actually damage it.
Yes.
So it will have crack or anything. So if this ink goes down, but this is not a vacuum the ink down, most likely you will change this.
Okay.
When you change, you can turn around. It has 3 holes.
Yes.
And then you can push like that. You can open. You can take it up. You can see it underneath only have 2 tubes.
Yes.
So the 3rd hole you need to block it.
Okay.
The most common reason for the people that not block it, you say the 3rd hole normally block it. How you block it? You can use every way, but most easy way is put some glue.
Okay.
Because otherwise, when you pull in the ink won't go down.
Yeah.
Because it's leaking the air. So just block the 3rd hole and pull on. If you want to change this, you also need to change the tube.
Okay.
The reason is the tubes, you need to put some instant glue.
Okay.
Put it down. But when it's already been used, it have ink on it.
Yes.
Then it won't stick.
Okay.
And when this is moving a lot, sometimes it's loose. If you open it, 1 tube is loose, so of course you cannot really put any ink down.
Yeah.
Okay. And this. I think the lid is bad. You cannot see. Okay. So, and the ink will go this side through a pump.
Okay.
Okay. And then goes to the drain bottom.
Okay.
That pump is called, I forgot the name, but it's squeeze.
Okay.
Is squeeze the ink out. Okay. So if you hear that pump is a lot of work, is working with making sound, but everything no leakage, it means some inside is blocked.
Yeah.
It's actually open it and clean it.
Okay.
Okay. But you can actually ask us to come here to do that.
Okay. Yeah, I'll probably end up doing that anyway.
And then if the position is not right, of course we need to change these two screws to adjust all of this. Actually I have some more adjustment for, but generally you do not touch it, they won't be changed.
Okay.
Even like this won't be changed. But for very long, very long, eventually this, because it's plastic, they're wearing out.
Yes.
I never saw one wearing out yet, but we have this as a spare, so it's wearing out. Someday you can imagine it's push all the time.
Yes.
So can change this called ink station, the whole thing, whole plastic thing. Okay. Then another maintenance is you can see here you have only one important mechanism. Is this inner guide rail inside of a runner block. It's moving all the way back and forth.
Okay.
You most likely printing only to this about section.
Yeah.
So this section you probably will never see lever.
Yeah.
It won't be used for a very long time. So this steel metal, even stainless steel, it will starting to rust somehow.
Yes.
You regularly need to clean it.
Okay.
This is how you clean it. You basically get a toilet paper again, just clean it all the way. Clean it. And once you clean it, you also remove the oil on it. So actually you need to put some oil on it. And especially this section, sometimes the ink actually spill out. You need to clean it. Okay. You can see it's quite dirty from the transport. Here, okay, now let's leave this one. We normally just leave it here, this chamber. The reason is that as long as you do not over this table, it's safe.
Okay.
So normally we store this thing here.
Okay.
Then another one, let me get the syringe and the oil. This is oil, normal engine oil.
Okay.
Normal engine oil, not for high mileage, normal engine oil.
Got
And
plenty.
yeah, get plenty. I believe you get plenty. And then this is another syringe. Normally you get some of this oil. And some toilet paper. Technically, there have an oil called linear guide rail oil is better, but not much difference from our opinion. You basically just squeeze a little bit on it,
Okay.
and then you move in the head,
The spread itself.
back and forth. So you can feel it moving smooth. Actually, like that. Some excess oil you can remove. This you can also leave it here.
Okay.
So this one I will just leave it here for you. This will last very long.
Thank you.
Okay, that's how you do the general maintenance.
Okay.
If it's very dry all the time,
Yeah.
some situation happen is the carriage will stuck. Because this one is servo motor machine,
Yeah.
we can detect the tension. So when it's putting the tension too high, higher than a value, I'm not sure which value, but higher than some certain value, it's like jam. It's
Okay.
higher than certain value, so he would give worry.
Okay.
So if this is left to rust or lots of dust or somehow,
Yeah.
because the ink actually is preventing moving as well.
Yeah.
So it's will often when you printing suddenly give you a warning like that.
Yeah.
I think it's called carriage stall or something. It's because the fraction too big.
Okay.
So that's why I don't limit maintenance.
Okay. Makes sense.
Generally, that's all about the machine maintenance itself. That's before the utilization, they do some cleaning or this kind of process.
Okay.
In the meantime, let's start the computer. Is the computer on?
Yeah, it is on.
On the computer side,
Yes.
how you set up the connection.
Yes.
We actually have a menu for it.
Okay.
And all you can do is also you can call the support. You can remotely connect the computer.
Yes, they did that with this as well.
Yeah, for the right computer.
Yes, that was very helpful.
Yeah. So we have the photo printer software already installed. And it's also have one thing called like device manager thing. It's
Yes.
like flexi production manager thing. Generally also open both of them. Make sure your dongle is behind.
Yes.
And don't lose it, we cannot replace it.
Okay.
Or we can replace it for a fee.
No problem. I'll take good care of it.
You see, like this is a device being installed. Let me just delete it and reinstall it so we can see. In the meantime, let me sort out that current printing head for 5 minutes.
Okay.
So in the default you install device, it will be popping out like this screen. Choose AM.CO and the is 1A60 eco. You have to choose this model because the other model you have is this model.
Okay. 160 eco.
Yeah, and this is the port. Don't change. When you finish, it will have this device. Then on the default job property, you have the third one is color profile.
Okay.
Okay, color profile is means in default without color profile, he will think the machine will think CMYK should be 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%.
Okay.
But actually, each ink when it's being produced, it's use different formula,
Okay.
different chemical or different mineral actually.
Yeah.
So the color presented is different. That's why I need to use different percentage by default
Okay.
to present the real color. That's why I call color profile. And we need to say use color correction, and then we'll have the profile there. If you not know the one, you can actually read the manual. And then this is actually how the machine being set. This one is very similar as your flexi sign.
Yes.
You just get a picture. For example, the picture we use and also make sure you have a higher resolution picture if you want a good result.
Yes. Well, usually I prefer printing from vector.
Yeah, printing from vector also good. So now you, for example, you have a picture. This one is a bigger picture, and when you want to print it, you click this button.
Okay.
This is normal print to your normal printer.
Okay.
This is the ripping and the printing.
Okay.
RIP is stand for Raster Image Processor.
Okay.
So it will take the image and convert it into a command how to put the ink and
Yes.
where, because based on how many parts, how many resolution, the ICC profile, which means how many percentage of each ink to be placed.
Yes.
That's why the file is become super huge, because each one need to decide on a tiny amount of the place to how many ink of the percentage combination. So here is also very similar. I think this one is very wide. Let me change it to a smaller size. And on the color profile here,
So
you
this
can
is very
see-
much like versus.
yeah, I think everything will be very similar. They want now APV concept called pass. One pass means 360 by 360 of the resolution. So we default support from 3 pass. So 360 by 1080, that is 3 pass. Like this one is 720 by 180, that's 6 pass. And this one is 8 pass, and this one is 4 pass.
Okay.
Generally, 4 pass can give you enough quality. For example, yesterday when we print an 8 pass, you can see very slow. And that vinyl is actually not even printable vinyl. Now today
Yeah.
we try one with 720 by 720.
Yeah, that vinyl is
Yeah.
terrible.
And no matter how many paths you choose, the finished one, the color will be the same. They do not say each pass print the same amount of ink. No, when you pass more, each pass gives less amount of ink, but the dot becomes smaller. That's why the resolution becomes higher.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's wipe this here. And this is actually this vinyl is wobbling thing.
Yeah, it's just because of the bundle.
And also when you fill in the vinyl, also two people is good because another is sliding, this one is going to pull in.
Yes.
Make sure it's going in.
Straight through.
Because inside have a roller, so you need to start with some of the pin. This I also need to show you the print and the card. Okay. Something like that. So let's print this. Very simple, just click send. Then you will see the file goes to the production manager.
Yeah.
Then it will start to. But I would suggest get another network card so you can have the internet.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I think so too.
So now this will process and then we'll start to send the data. And then this side will start to print. When it's printing, it's green color. Yes, in this picture has lots of white.
Yes.
And also this is a new machine, some roller have oil. When the oil will go to the paper, you will see that when it's printing have some lines. But after you print about 10 meters, it will go away.
Yes.
And this is smudging on the head. Actually, it's not good for the head
Yes.
because eventually wear it out. On the surface have a like a very thin layer of silicone. When it's falling off, it's not working. So that's why this smudging thing is also blocking the head. But anyway, you can just print this. Maybe we print smaller so we avoid this part. If you want to pause, here you can see the pause only. You can just pause. Then you can exit is cancelling. It's just cancelling job. And we print something smaller. So this side also go control. And we can delete it. And then let's change the size to.
So after a couple of prints, this will get better.
Yeah. Normally, because of this smudging, you will even go worse.
Yes.
Because the head nozzle is getting scratch. So normally we do some cleaning and wipe it. When we print something smaller, then the head won't go this side. It's also stuck.
And you cut it off. How you cut?
Use a scissor.
Just okay. Nothing
like
special, right?
Nothing special. See, sometimes they say if it's excess oil.
Mm.
Another thing I already told you earlier is when the media thickness change, you need to do the alignment. And when you go So the alignment after this print. In general, 3 kinds of alignment you need to do, but 2 of them is do not need to do often. Only when it's set up. So it's been set up and it's fine. This is 4 pass, so you can see the speed printing is a lot faster than yesterday. And for this kind of line of the printing quality, you cannot really see much difference.
Yeah, no, this is not printing vinyl. We've got printing vinyl. You can print some cartridge here.
Yeah, like this thing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. And because this one looks like hose, but it's still protected by back layer.
Yes.
So when it's dry, you feel it's okay like that.
Okay.
It's perfectly fine. So that's why you need to avoid this wobbling thing. You scratch on the head, then make the whole printing quality bad. Now let's come back to this one. This software is very simple. Later I just want to tell you how to print on the top.
Okay.
If you go to the utilities, you can see we have a DX5 DX7 printing head, alignment 2.
Okay.
And here have a manual if you need to read.
Okay.
Probably you need to read.
Yeah, I'll print
and
these manuals out and just go through them.
And it's different kinds of printing, why it's happening. And then alignment is 2. You press connect, you connect to the machine. If cannot connect, it means network setting wrong. You either read the manual again, you'll call support.
I'll call support.
Yeah, I think.
I'll call support.
Yeah. You mainly when you change the thickness of the medium, you only need to do the first one. Why? This is bidirectional printing.
Yes.
If you only do single direction printing, you can totally ignore this.
Yes.
Because of bidirectional printing, let's assume this is a printing surface.
Yes.
And the head is moving on the ceiling.
Yes.
They have distance.
Yes.
Distance actually is about 2 millimeter optimized, about 2 rand coils.
Yeah.
So the ink gets squeezed out by the heat, then dropped by the gravity. So you want the ink to drop on this position. Its head, when it's moving this way, should be somewhere there. It's starting to drop, right?
Yeah.
Because speed is constant.
Yes.
So you can calculate how long before of this point need to drop the ink.
Yes.
But when it's coming back, it's also need to be dropped there.
Yes.
So they cannot drop at the same spot.
Yes. I need to overlap.
Otherwise, the ink will be two separate places.
Yes.
So the timing between these two, that's why you need to change when,
Yes,
when the distance change.
Okay.
Why the distance change? Most common reason is you change a different medium,
Yes.
then the thickness change. Or you adjust the head actually.
Yeah.
Because when your medium change very thick, then the distance is not 2 millimeter optimized. You can adjust the head.
Yeah.
You can check the video yesterday, you can adjust the head. Yeah. So that's why it changed. We print this. Can you just simply click this button, then it will print 2 lines. You see, first direction print another one, come back print a different one.
Okay.
So you just make sure they are vertically in the same spot. For example, like this one is not.
Yeah.
So we actually can optimize this. I think the -1 looks better. You see the vertically in the same line.
Yes.
I think -1 or even -2. So if we decide -2 is good, what we do is you have a current value is 16.
Okay.
16 minus 2 is 14. If you're not sure, you can use calculator. Then press save. And then do it again. And then
Okay.
confirm. You see, it will print one top bottom and print second one. So it's bidirectional printing. And see, actually maybe still need one more. So -1. So 14 minus 1 is Then we do it again. After that, we can print the same picture again. You can see the quality will improve.
Okay.
Basically, you can see horizontally it has blur. This is because it's zero. So the zero looks better. Even we can minus one again, or we can keep this. So now we change the line. Let's put the same picture again. Of course, we can just click send here. It's starting to process and starting to print. Then I will just tell you about the print and cut. We can use flexi design something, so we can cut it. So this picture of 21 in the front.
Yeah.
Every time I have to wait. This is still 4 parts, and then we can change to 6 parts and 8 parts so we can compare the quality.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, it's a lot more things. The color is more dense. It's because it was a little bit blur. Yes.
So
Yes,
now
it's
it's
a
more
lot more.
concentrated. So you can see quality is better.
Yes.
So now we are printing the 6 parts.
This was 4.
No, this was 4. And you can compare the speed. It's also, the head is moving same speed,
Yeah.
but the paper rolling is slower.
Yes.
That's why it becomes slower. The whole operation becomes slower.
So there'll be more ink in a certain spot.
Not really. Each time it will drop a smaller ink.
Okay.
So even the time is more, it will drop same amount of ink.
Okay.
Just the resolution will be higher. So in same area, they have more dots. So,
Okay. Yeah.
so now this is 6 parts. Maybe just a little bit more memory. The CPU is fast. You see, it's a lot slower.
Yes.
So this totally depends on which is acceptable quality. And if you want to have faster turnaround. So most science companies they print 6 parts mode. Once it's finished, you can see it's going to print 8 parts. So if you can compare the quality,
Yeah.
I think slightly better.
Yeah. You can see a difference. Definitely.
And now let's print 8 parts. How many of this one? It will run out.
Oh.
I think smaller.
Yeah.
It's okay, as you want to read. No, we can roll it back and use the large side. You see, it's moving a lot slower.
Yes.
The head is moving the same speed,
But the vinyl is really slow.
much slower.
Yes.
And if you compare the printing quality, slightly better. Probably slightly better, but it depends on your customer.
Yeah.
And also how many times you have.
Usually we don't have that much time. Usually we have like a day.
Then, if time is a problem, 2 solutions. One is lower the quality, one is buy another machine.
No. We'll just leave
No,
it
your
closed.
office is big enough for another.
No. We'll have to move everyone else out.
They already kind of out. And also this make a ventilation.
Yes.
Because this solvent. Yeah, this solvent is chemical. They make people dizzy. See, the quality is better and better.
Yeah.
Time consuming longer and longer and longer.
Yeah. Well, if they want high quality, then it's just wait.
Yeah. Okay. Now let's come back for this print on the top. Print on the cover basically just give you essential.
Okay.
More you can just practice, seriously practice. Practice makes perfect.
Yes.
We need to open the both software, Flexi and PhotoPrint.
Okay.
We design Flexi. We add the registration mark in Flexi. We only use PhotoPrint to read the same file because if from same company, you can see it looks same. Read the file, just print.
Okay.
Do you have any transparent picture or anything sticker? Or
Transparent.
or any vector design?
Like PNGs. Your
Do you have any design?
vectors.
Vector design? Or maybe we type ABC, but it's.
You can go to. Hold on, let me find for you. There's lots. Oh, lots. Labels to be printed, maybe. No,
You can click the preview for this last one.
I don't think it's this one. I think if we go back and I go to workshop, you can go to SWL. That should be fine. Can it read illustrated files?
Supposed to.
Okay.
Import, let's see.
It's small. It's just.
What's the
small.
difference with just type a letter?
That
We didn't have to type anything.
Okay, so. See, that's why I don't put the vinyl vertically. And also,
That's
when you
okay, yeah.
when you store the vinyl, don't suggest to put it vertically because one side become more tight.
Thanks. Yeah.
Unless it's in the original package, it's fine. But once you open, if you put it vertically, one side will become more tight.
Okay. Yeah. They need to actually build me a shelf.
Okay. You know how to do countercutting? Did you give them training about countercutting?
No.
I don't.
No, but I know more or less contour cuts.
Let's don't use this. Otherwise, it looks like a normal cutting. Let's see.
Those are all just letters.
Or just letters.
Yes. If you want like images, sure.
Okay, maybe print some.
You can, yeah. Where's that other one? Wait. It might be
Actually, we should
something.
put our that sticker file in the utilities.
Which one?
Not a lot of stickers.
Oh, those stickers. Yeah.
Just I got 2 shoes.
Maybe something like that to pick out.
Yeah. Crane cut sample. That might be better.
Just without color.
That is
Okay. Now we have crane. Basically, you click on the effect,
Okay.
contour cut, and then this is the line gonna cut.
Okay.
Ignore the color down,
Yes.
and you can adjust the distance, how far it goes. It's 1 minute. Oh, it means this is tiny.
Yes, it's a vector, so you can stretch it to any size.
Oh, you can stretch the side.
Yeah.
And then you just make it bigger first. It's tiny. It's 25, like this.
Yes. Yes, it is very, very tiny.
Maybe I just make it to 20 centimeters. 50 centimeters.
That's
Okay,
very
let's use
small.
to make it a little bit bigger. Then, as I say, effect, contour cut. Then this is a line cut. If you want, you can even make a bleed and cut minors inside. Then you do it on the white
Okay.
border.
Yes.
Because every machine have little tolerance.
Yes.
Even in 0.0 something millimeter of white,
Yes.
the eye will quickly catch it.
Yes.
So now this is the line. Let's just use about 0.5. So let's say the line cut. So we just say
Yeah.
confirm. Okay. Next step is you put contour cutting mark. And use the 4 points. Based on your machine, use 4 points.
Okay.
Okay. Then you click. Then you save this file into something, for example, test. And now in the photo print software, you open this file. Then you have this one. All you need to do is print. And he will ask you add a cutter because this one is print and cut, but
Yes.
this you can ignore this. And then you can just click send.
Okay.
But since it's purely blank, we save some time. Let's use 3 pass to print.
Okay.
He will just say no cutting fun because this is printer.
Yes.
Right. Then it will starting to process, and then we can go see print. After that, we cut it out, then and then Donald can teach you how to cut. But for this one, you can just use wireframe to cut. But in this one, you save lots of weeding.
That's also true.
Yeah, this is a little tiny thing inside, but lots of weeding. You see 3 pass, it's quite fast,
Yeah.
a lot faster.
Yeah.
Okay, next we need to just cut it out. Make sure cut out with some extra,
Yeah.
because the roller need to place to hold the paper.
Yes.
Okay, now we get a scissor. Was here. Let's first just cut this part off. Several ways.
Yes.
Some people against here to cut. Some people even use blade cut here. It will damage the blade sometime, but it doesn't matter. It won't really make it unusable.
Okay.
Just some scratch.
Yeah.
This some people do. Some people is using. You have kinds of the cutter at the inner blades. Pull.
Yes.
Not the way you can cut it. So let's just today we just cut it like that. In the flashing way. Then we roll it more out. Always cut a little bit more. You can roll it back when you print.
Yes.
Okay, so come here. You can actually okay, Donald, now it's your job now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. First thing is the points 1 up to 4, right? Always 1 and 4 should be facing you.
Always 1 and 4
1 and 4.
facing you.
1 and 4 should be facing you.
Okay.
The other 2 that side.
Okay.
That's 2 and 3.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's fine. It's okay. And the carry should start at the right hand side of point number 1.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how do you line it up?
The alignment part depends. If your vinyl is straight this side, you can use maybe the ruler or the pulse,
Okay.
or even the wall of the cutter itself here.
Okay.
But usually, just go to the ruler here, depending on the width of your vinyl.
Yeah.
There's no control. Okay, there it is. So this should be fine. And the other thing is the carriage should be this side of this point, not that side.
Always.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think where it is now is fine. It's okay. So we go back to flexi.
Yes.
Okay, this is too over. So instead of going to cut load,
Yes.
now we're going to cut control.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes, here. Okay, you see it will give you just the outline of the
Yes.
where it's supposed to cut, the offset.
Yes.
It's fine. Hey, you're gonna have a challenge because your machine is a bit far from the cutter. So you see your production manager will start flashing. So if you open it up, it gives you this interactive alignment menu. Just click OK. If you check on the cutter, this red light lights. There's a red light that lights. Okay, this is the laser light that we use to align with those.
Okay.
Yeah, like I was saying, your machine is a bit far because you use your keyboard, the arrows, to align with those marks now. You see?
Wow.
Now I'm looking for point
1.
1.
Okay, that is awesome. Makes sense now. And it has to be smack in the middle, hey?
Yeah, get a remote keyboard.
Yeah,
You
you
have
need
to
the
remote
remote
keyboard.
You will struggle, especially with the points that are that side.
Or you can ask your boss by the one that automatically handle cutting.
Yeah.
Then do not
I
need to
didn't-
align. It will just detect by itself.
That?
Automatic one.
Okay.
You have
It
an
do not
automatic
need
one,
to
yeah.
do this alignment. It will just align by itself.
Okay.
So when you're
Where do
happy
you
with
get that?
point 1,
From us.
that's in the middle there. You hit OK on the machine here.
Okay.
So now we're going to point 2. It will take you to point 2. It won't be exact. You just have to make it accurate again on point 2.
Okay.
Right there. Yes, and hit OK again. now I can see.
Okay. A little bit more to your side. A little bit more there. A little bit more. A little bit more. A little bit more. More. Okay.
I'm there.
Yes.
Okay, OK again.
Okay.
And the
4.
last one,
A little bit that way.
up.
Yes. Okay. A little bit to your side. Okay. That's fine.
It's fine.
Okay.
Okay. Okay again. They need to give you this message. Please put knife back in cutter.
Sorry. Please put knife back in
Back in
cutter.
cutter. Yes, what that just tells you is press this red button. We want to turn off that red laser light before we start cutting.
Okay.
So the moment you press this, you see, it moves the blade to the 4th point. It turns off the red laser.
Okay.
Right. So the moment I go here and say OK, it comes here, then it starts cutting.
Awesome.
Congratulations, you have a crane. Nothing black color, actually use vinyl cutter is much faster.
Yeah, just cutting it out. Yeah, so.
Oh, do you need a blade?
Yeah, please.
We do not need to take it all out.
But I cut well. So if you want to cut exactly on the edge of the crane, you just put it there, or even minus 1.
Yeah, but then we'll have some maybe wide edge. That's why
Yes.
print a little bit more. Complete.
Yes. Yes. Always add bleed.
Yes, always add bleed. Add bleed. So the weeding. That's why you need a weeding table.
Yeah, I don't think that I set it deep enough. This is finals very hard.
Yeah, the pressure.
See, like this we can actually, if you have that rubber, you can cut underneath it. Now it's do not have rubber, so it's very dangerous to damage your table.
Yeah, you should get a rubber mat.
So it's that. So you put the application tape on.
Yeah, and then just apply it wherever.
So that's how. Imagine it's a color one.
Yeah, and there's a
I'll just
withhold
take a
function
cookie.
again. If you want like it to cut
Yes.
on the inside, you just click withhold.
With
We need
holes.
to find the control
Yeah, then it's will cut whatever inside.
inside.
But
Okay.
depends on what you require.
What you want, yeah.
Okay.
And put masking tape on, you put on somewhere. That's how it works.
I know.
Any
Awesome.
questions? Question and answers? Questions?
No, I think you pretty much covered everything. If I do have any problems, obviously I'll
Yeah,
give
you know
guys
we
a
have
call
the
first.
support.
Yes.
That's our advantage. We have the support.
Yes, and you guys
And we
are
can
close.
connect your computer to do all these kind of
Yes.
settings to see. Okay, that's
Okay,
it. That's it.
perfect.
That's it. Yeah.